Dream Big gang, welcome back. Got another video for y'all, album review. ASAP Mob dropped their Cozy Tapes Volume 2 this past Friday. So most New York artists I'm definitely gonna do a review on, and especially since my ASAP Ferg album review, Still Striving, got a lot of views. I'm definitely gonna continue following the mob right now. Especially because I really like ASAP Rocky, like swag. But yeah, so let's talk about this Cozy Tape Volume 2. So Cozy Tape Volume 1 was a solid collaboration with the ASAP Mob. It has a couple notary tracks on there. I will say this Volume 2, it's a little different. It's a lot more trappy. Talk about it. So track 1, first skit on the album, they're on the school bus, cutting each other's ass on the school bus. It is fucking hilarious. You gotta listen to it. I think one thing I did enjoy on this album that made this album extra special to me is all the skits. Now, you know, it's not most albums aren't good unless it has skits or cuts or interludes on it. I think that makes an album complete, and it makes the album more enjoyable for the listener. So that's one positive thing I can definitely add about this album that I really like. The skits were hilarious. Alright, so track 2, Perrier. We got ASAP Rocky, ASAP Nat, Playboy Cardi, and Jaden Smith. So I really enjoyed this track. I think Playboy Cardi really showed off on this track. He had a pretty decent verse. Recently, Playboy Cardi, his features haven't been sounding too good. Besides his 2 hit songs, his song with Lil Uzi Vert, and of course his Magnolia Hide It in the Socks song. Been Don Perrier. I like the wordplay, how they did that. But yeah, the hook is smooth, the beat is smooth, the production is smooth. All the verses on here are pretty smooth. I really didn't catch what part Jaden Smith was on, but it's nothing noticeable. Wherever he's at, he didn't run the song for me, so that's 2 thumbs up for me on that song. So track 3, we got Please Shut Up. This has ASAP Rocky. So this song has ASAP Rocky, Key, and Gucci Mane. The hook for me is very obnoxious, especially listening to it in the car. But after listening to it out of the car, the hook is alright. I still think they could have did a better job on the hook, but you know, anything could pass because they have that really trap beat on it, 808, and the verses are pretty decent. We got Gucci Mane on there. He had a really good verse on there. I think this is another good track for me, so I'm gonna give this a 2 thumbs up also, just because I love the production on it. Maybe 1.5, just because I think the hook is really weak. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Please shut up. Come on, bro. Could have came up with something better than that. Come on, you a professional rapper. Let's go. Before we got ASAP, we got Blowing Minds, Skateboard. We got ASAP Rocky, ASAP Nab, ASAP Nas. We got ASAP Ant, and we got Playboy Cardi and Chief Keef. Once again, they started off these 4 tracks really good. They started off strong with the trap 808s hitting, the beats is hitting, the bass in my car is bumping. I really like this. I like this track a lot also. I think they did a really good job of starting off the album. I think in the latter part of the album, it kind of drops off until we get back to that skit again, and then you get the rafes and things like that, the singles that we've heard. But track number 5, we got Black Card featuring ASAP Rocky and Smokey Margella. I don't know if I said that name right, but they did a wonderful job on the hook. And once again, I've been waiting months for another ASAP Rocky verse. And this song is just ASAP Rocky just swagging on the whole track. The track is kind of short. It's only like a minute and some change, but I enjoyed it a lot. You know, I always enjoy getting a Rocky verse because we don't hear from him too much. You know, he's pretty low key. He's on his jiggy shit. He's on his fashion, runway, fashion week shit, wearing all these high fashion brands. So when you hear him on a song and you get a verse from him, you know, you just enjoy it so much because you don't hear him that much. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that track, smooth. Think Smokey did a wonderful job on the hook, playing with his voice with the 808, with the, he kind of did that nav type sound, which a lot of rappers are doing right now. So it was enjoyable. Nothing that would make me go look him up and go listen to his music, but he did his thing nevertheless. All right, so track number 6, we got ASAP 12E, we got ASAP Ant, we got ASAP Ferg, and we got Playboi Carti. So this is the first time that we have ASAP Ferg listed on the album. So it takes us 6 tracks to even get anything of ASAP Ferg. This track is a little different. I would say the ASAP Mob, they really don't have a New York sound. They have like their own little, you know, route. They still give you elements of Harlem. They have that rowdy flow and things like that, but they still have like sounds from like, they still have vibes like they're from the South, you know, maybe a little bit of Atlanta, definitely Houston, the Houston vibe. I wish ASAP Ferg was on it a little more. It really seems like they're really pushing Playboi Carti on this album. He's on every single track, and you know, nothing wrong with that, but ASAP, I feel like Playboi Carti doesn't really add anything to the song, really. I think they could do without him, but I understand that he's the new guy in the crew. He has a wave right now. You kind of want him to be on everything and push your artist, but in my opinion, I could do without him on every track. All right, next track is Be Your Friend featuring ASAP Rocky. Got ASAP and Smokey Margella again. Shit. This is when the album takes like another vibe. You kind of have a track for the ladies. Just want to be a friend. You know, ASAP Rocky is kind of on his, you know, smooth vibe, you know, sweet talking, jiggy nigga shit. I think the track was okay. I don't think that's a song I'll probably I'll replay at all. It's a cool track. It's not bad. I just wasn't feeling it. So track 8, we got Get the Bag. We got ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, ASAP Nat, ASAP Ant, Playboi Carti, and Smokey is on the track. Yo, this is probably my favorite track on the album. Basically has the whole entire mob on there, and it's the first time on the whole album that I can pretty much say that it actually has like an ASAP type beat. Like you could probably go on YouTube, type ASAP type beat, and you'll probably get this beat. Like they did such a good job rapping and flowing on this track, and it's just like, it's just a track that I would expect to hear from them. I can definitely see this being on the radio or whatnot. I like it. This is definitely a 2 thumbs up song for me. It has replay value and it's going into my playlist. Alright y'all, so track 9, we got Bahamas featuring ASAP Rocky, Lil Yachty, ASAP Ferg, ASAP 12E, Smokey's on here. I'm gonna be fair, I'm not a Lil Yachty fan. I don't enjoy Lil Yachty's music or anything like that. I'll be fair, I don't think his verse was like cryberry terrible, but it was bad. I kind of want to say it ruined the whole song for me because Schoolboy Q is also on here, and I really like Schoolboy Q, but it's hard. It's hard to really say I like the song when you start off the song with Lil Yachty. rapping. Like, so I'm gonna just give it a thumbs down. But shout out to Schoolboy Q. I fucks with you, bro. So track 10, Principal Daryl's skit is hilarious. First day of school. Hilarious. So first day of school, if you like drama, try out for the play Bad and Bougie, and you will. We do check your socks if you hide it in your socks. So like that. Hilarious skit. I enjoy. This is probably my favorite skit on the album. I enjoyed it. It kept me going after that Lil Yachty track. Shout out to the A$AP Mob. Track number 11, Frat Rules, featuring A$AP Rocky, Playboi Carti, and Big Sean. I Knew It. Yo, second favorite track on the album. This is really an A$AP Rocky song. Like, you can tell as soon as the beat comes on, I'm like, oh, I could definitely hear this on an A$AP Rocky album. This is probably, he just threw this on this album, but man, I always enjoy, minus Playboi Carti. Fuck with Rocky. Rocky does this thing, of course, again. Big Sean comes on the track. He just gives the album a different dynamics on the track because Big Sean's flow is so different, coming from the D, and you know, good music. He's probably one of the within the top 10 best artists right now that's out right now. I think A$AP 12, he did a great job on this track. First year being rich, I give it 1.5 thumbs up. I think it was really good. I like the spinning bars. It kind of reminds me of Schoolboy Q on this track, and it gives me like a West Coast vibe a little bit also. So, all right, track number 13, Feels So Good. We finally got A$AP Ferg on like maybe like the third track he's even on this album so far, and yes, finally we got the Energy God back on a track. Really enjoyed this one. This is probably gonna be one of my favorites as well. Had a lot of melodic sounds. A$AP Ferg brings a lot. Of course, A$AP Rocky does his thing. He's like the 50 of his crew. So of course he does his thing. That's the norm. Yeah, just cool vibes, something cool to listen to. Once again, it's a keeper from the track, not a sleeper. Let's get it. Next track. All right, so track 14 is Coziest. Not much to say here. It was okay. It was okay. Not something I would probably, I probably won't listen to it again. It took 15 tracks in for us to get to a Joey Badass feature. This is a track that I was really trying to fast forward this album to finally listen to. I kind of wanted to see what a Joey Badass A$AP Mob feature would sound like, and boy was my mind blown, man. Let's just start off with the instrumental here. The beat is probably gonna shock you. It's like totally different. It gives me like a old school, maybe like early era of hip hop vibe. It's not much to it, no 808s to it, so you know it's straight rapping on the track. Joey Badass, Brooklyn rapper. Most people may or may not know him. Flatbush Zombies, Pro Era, dope artist. If you haven't listened to him, go on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, Blase. Go look him up. Listen to his music. He dropped a great album this year. He dropped a great feature on this album. I think this will be. I think I'll move this up. This is probably my favorite track on the album. It's just so different, and it's better than what I expected. And shout out to you. Track 16, Rafe. Don't even really need to go over that. I probably listen to that song every time I'm in the car. Quavo, Playboi Carti. Great track. It's been out for a little while now. I probably used it in a lot of my videos as well. Definitely one of my faves. Track 17 is the Last Day of School skit. Enjoyed it a lot. It made me, once again, the skits, I really enjoyed it. It made me laugh all throughout the album. Even makes jokes at like other rappers. This one makes fun of Lil Yachty a little bit. He had perfect attendance, and I don't listen to Yachty, but I'm pretty sure it's probably something on one of his albums with having perfect attendance. I feel like he had an album regarding school or whatever. So I enjoyed the skits a lot. I think this album is pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. It kind of reminds me of the Dipset days, the G Unit days, with the whole mob and the crew all together. You know, Wu-Tang, other famous rap groups like that. I would definitely say this album is a 7 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it a lot. I feel like it could have been better, of course. Tell me what y'all think down below. Once again, CGW gang, dream big, gang, gang. If you're new to the squad, hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram down below. Follow me on Snapchat down below. Follow me on Twitter for all the updates. Make sure you subscribe, share to like 20 of your friends. If you don't know, we're trying to get to 1K subscribers by October. So the best way to support me is subscribe and share this with other people that you know will like this. All right, peace.